A very good afternoon to all of you. Thanks for joining me today. It is Wednesday. I had to think about that for a second. It's 2 o'clock. Welcome to Quarantine Choir, everybody. Now, this week, as I am very busy working with the wonderful self-isolation choir all day, every day, we're not learning a lot of new music this week, but what we are doing is revisiting some of our absolute favourites, songs that we've been singing on the channel in some cases for as long as the channel's been here, in the case of the Eriskay Love Lilt. And we are adding in harmonies. And some people have asked me, why are you adding these in at this point? Remember, of course, Quarantine Choir is here until the 7th of August. Then we're taking a break for a few weeks, recharge the batteries. I'm going to rebuild the studio again with all sorts of extra little bits and pieces, and then we will relaunch in September as Home Choir, the name of this channel, and the original plan for all of this. And so when we start back in September with Home Choir, we will be singing a rolling program of music. We won't necessarily be learning a new song every day, and we're going to be learning things in perhaps a little bit more detail and returning and finishing things off. So all of these songs will be back in September, but in harmonised versions with sheet music that you can download and sing along with. So today we're going to revisit three of our favourites, the wonderful Eriskay Love Lilt, Roll the Ol Chariot, and the Sloop John B. They all have a slight C feel to them. It is Wednesday after all, we usually sing a C piece. Looking ahead, tomorrow we will sing through some of our favourite classical pieces. So we're going to have a look at Panis Angelicus in harmony. We're going to sing Fine Knacks for Ladies, also in harmony. Some of these pieces we've only ever sung in unison again. And of course Friday will then be the Friday Fun Sing. And I have to say, I've never heard Where Did You Get That Hat harmonised, or at least I haven't heard it harmonised yet. So we'll be adding some much needed harmonies to these rather daft songs that we love so much. Of course, Sunday's the Sacred Sing, and next week we're back to normal just for those couple of weeks. So everybody, if I could invite you, as always, to make sure you've got a drink of water handy, that you've got space around you in case you need to move, and if I could ask you to be upstanding, please. Fantastic. If you get to your feet. Those of you who aren't able or willing to stand up today for whatever reason, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. But as always, please give yourself a straight back and a long neck. And everybody standing, as before, put your feet or shoulders width apart. Balance your weight between your hips. Straighten your back. Give yourselves a nice long neck as well, please. And everybody start to take that nice deep breath in and out. Open your mouth nice and tall. Blow the air away. Nice tall mouth again. Breathe in. And blow the air away. And one more deep breath in. And blow away and relax. Very well done, everybody. And if I could ask you now, just start to think about relaxing your shoulders and your neck. Give yourself an opportunity to just think, am I feeling tense here, here? Just note where the areas of tension are, and then just very deliberately and with a sense of indulging yourself, allow yourself to relax. See how much you can relax without moving any of your muscles. Just allow that tension to drain away from your shoulders and particularly from your neck. And as always, we're just going to very slowly start to roll our shoulders around. Doesn't matter which direction to begin with, we're just doing this really very, very, very slowly. That's great. And once you've rolled them in one direction a few times, please just roll them back the other way and allow your shoulders to relax as you do this. Thank you, everybody, and then bring your shoulders up to your ears. Take a deep breath, blow the air out and let your shoulders gently fall. Thank you very, very much indeed. And same as before, just let the tension drain away from your neck. See how much you can let that just drain away without moving anything. And then we're going to stretch over to one side. And to the middle, please. And the other way. And to the middle and forwards, please. And to the middle, and we'll just repeat that, so whichever way you went first, take your head over that way as well. That's it. Bit further if you can. Feel the stretch along the long side. Head to the middle and the other side. Again, just feeling the stretch along the long side. Head to the middle and forwards. Feel the stretch along the back and to the middle. And within those 3 movements, everybody, just left, right and forwards, let your head gently roll around. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's do a bit of a warm-up very quickly before we launch into our singing today. So we're just going to start by humming up a broken chord and then down the scale. So if I can demonstrate, it's going to be everybody deep breath and humming. Still humming. Now for November. Now ooh. O for orange. And ah. And one more. Thanks very much, folks. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at our first piece. And we know this piece very well. This is the lovely Eriskay Love Lilt. If you're new to the channel and you haven't heard this one, I think we've sung this one almost more than any other at this point. It's a massive, massive favourite. It's often requested. And what I was doing was I was looking at how to arrange this, and you could go you could really go to town and reharmonise lots of it and make it a really big piece. And I thought, no, it's got to be really very, very simple. It's a very simple love song, a very simple tune. And so what I've come up with is a very nice little simple piano part. And what we'll do is we'll sing along with just the piano part, first of all, and remind ourselves how this one goes. And then we'll add in some harmonies and build a very simple little texture. Okay, so here is the piano part. Sing with me. Fermi ono fano, fermi ono fani, fermi ono, sad am I without thee. Now the verse. When I'm lonely, dear white heart, black the night or wild the sea, by love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee. Deep breath. Fermi ono fano, fermi ono fani, fermi ono, sad am I without thee. Okay, lovely. So that's the tune. I think most of us are happy with this one. So in terms of harmony, when you're harmonising a tune, just for those of you who are interested in this sort of music geekery, you want to try and harmonise, generally speaking, at a distance of either a third or a sixth away from the note. So if that's our first note here, we want to harmonise something like. So those notes are a third away. The other alternative is to go. And so on. So that's a sixth away. So we're going to choose a third to begin with. And I've recorded in a harmony part. So let's have a little listen to this and sing along. All right. So this is a harmony part for the Love Lilt. So here's the piano. Fermi ono vano, fermi ono vani, fermi ono, So obviously I was singing that in alto range, but it works just as well as the tenor. So fen mi o fano, fen mi o fani, fen mi o sad am I without thee. Let's all sing that together. 1, 2. Fen mi o fano, fen mi o fani, fen mi o sad am I without thee. And that pattern works just as well in the verse. When I'm lonely, dear white heart, black the night or wild the sea, by love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee. Okay, so that little pattern, most of the time it's just moving around, it's walking around. Okay, I've always had in mind when I sing this one that it is a walk. By love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee. So we're just meandering along and just looking for the love of our life. Okay, so let's sing that. I'll sing the harmony part. I'll put the tune back in, and let's have a bit of two-part singing now with the Eriskay Love Lilt. So here is our introduction.
Fer mi olo fano, fer mi olo fani, fer mi olo, sad am I without thee. When I'm lonely, dear white heart, black the night or wild the sea, by love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee.
I think that kind of works. So let's put in a third part as well, which is
Fen mi oro fano, fen mi oro fani, fen mi oro, sad am I without thee.
So this is starting lower. Da, 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 da. This is much more of an alto line. Okay, so sing this with me. 1, 2.
Fen mi oro fano, fen mi oro fani, fen mi oro, sad am I without thee.
Let's do that again. And
fen mi oro fano, fen mi oro fani, fen mi oro, sad am I without thee.
now you also have, if you're a bass, you have the 2-note option, which is
Fer mi oro fani, fer mi oro, sad am I without thee.
Okay, the 2-note option, very typical bass line. So with that, we actually have 4-part texture. So let's give it a go, everybody. Sing all the way through. If you find yourself moving to a note that's not representative but still fits, keep it. It's a folk piece and it suits a nice thick texture. All right, so let's sing for the first time in harmony the Eriskay Love Lilt. Here we go. Deep breath.
Fer mi olo fano, fer mi olo fani, fer mi olo, sad am I without thee. When I'm lonely, dear white heart, black the night or wild the sea, by love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee. Fer mi olo fano, fer mi olo fani, fer mi olo, sad am I without the music of my heart. Harp of joy, O crwt mor cryf, moon of guidance by night, strength and light thou to me. Fail me, all of Anno, fail me, all of Annie, fail me, all, sad am I without thee.
One more time.
Fail me, all of Anno, fail me, all of Annie, fail me, oh, sad am I without thee.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for singing that one with me. That's such a lovely piece. It's so nice to hear it finally with some harmony. So let's have a look at our next piece. And before we do, I'd just like to send our very, very best wishes to our friend Albert, who is going off for surgery tomorrow. And so wish you the very, very best, Albert. I'm sure it'll all go really, really well. And we'll miss you, and we'll look forward to you coming back and joining us whenever you're well enough. But lots of love and best wishes from all of us here. And hope that all goes very well. So everybody, let's have a bit of sing through Roll the Old Chariot Along. And this one, well, in preparing these tracks, some of them I spent 15 minutes, half an hour, just singing in some simple harmonies. And some of them I went a little bit, some of them I went a little bit over the top. And this is one where I spent a good couple of hours just working on a nice arrangement for us. So I'm not going to teach you this one in harmony now. We're going to sing it along as if it's a straightforward quarantine choir performance, but just listen to the harmony in the background, because you're going to be learning this one when I've written it down in September. Okay, so a little preview, if you like, of Roll the Old Chariot. Okay, so let's have some fun. Roll the Old Chariot Along. If you don't know this one, you'll pick it up in no time. It's a very traditional sea shanty. Here we go.
Roll the old, roll the old, roll the old, roll the old.
Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind, so we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on me. One more time. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Har, 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 har. Well, me hearties, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? As you probably heard, when we come to sing that one in September with the sheet music, there's opportunities for the bass to sing, and this is a direct result of of a request that I had. I think it was Judith and Patrick, Judith Berry, who asked. He said, "Is there any chance of the tune in the bass and a descant over the top?" Well, there you go. All right, don't say I don't listen. So there is a fabulous arrangement of Roll the Old Chariot Along that we'll all sing together in September. In the meantime, it's there for you to rewind and listen to and sing anytime you like. So everybody, let's have a look at our last piece for today. And this one we will do a little bit of work on singing the actual harmony together. And this is the wonderful Sloop John B. I'm just going to save that. There we go. Okay, so this one, I think I've said I sang this last in the wonderful city of Boston with the superb Bath Male Choir, and we sang this. We went to the Boston Tea Party and had a fantastic time there, and after our tour we all got to throw tea into the harbour. I think I've mentioned this, it's brilliant. They have these boxes with the tea company stamp on them, and you throw them in and everyone shouts huzzah. And then you realise that it's attached to a bungee cord. You have to pull it in to give to the next person to also throw it into the harbour. But we went round, we had a brilliant time. And then we stood on the deck of these incredible ships, and we sang, this British choir, standing on the decks of the ships in Boston, and we sang the Sloop John B. So it's a song that means a huge amount to me. And then many of you know the song for going back many, many years. So the harmonies won't be a big surprise to you. So when you sing something like this, again, you remove it to the third. So if I sing, "We sailed on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me." Okay. You might go, "We sailed on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did roam." So it's all of this stuff going at a third. In fact, I think I've played it in, thinking about it. I think I played it in F. That seemed a little bit on the high side. Let me just confirm what key I've done this in. Hang on. Oh, turn off the click. Oh no, I did it in G. Just feels a bit high. Okay, so let's have a little sing through. I think most of us know the tune, so let's have a little sing along with just the harmony. Okay, which sounds like this. "We sailed on the sloop John B." Okay, so let's sing along with tenor 1, Ben. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. "We sailed on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me." Now we go up. "Around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B sail, see how the mainsail says. Pipe up the captain aboard and let me go home. Let me go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home." Let's do the next verse. "The first mate, he got drunk and broke in the captain's trunk. The constable had to come and take him away. Sheriff John Storm, why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Now the chorus all together. So hoist up the John B sail, see how the mainsail sets. Pipe up the captain aboard and let me go home. Let me go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Okay, I think we've pretty much got the shape of that one. So it's basically the tune, but just a third above. The second bass part, which I haven't recorded, but I will sing along this time, it's just following the bass line. So it's, we sailed on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me, around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Okay, everything you'd expect basses from a typical bass line. So let's sing along with the choir of me, and do please have fun with this one. This is such a fun song. It's one of the reasons why we did it in the first place. Particularly when you get to those verses about the first mate, he got drunk and broke in the captain's trunk, and that third verse, this is the worst trip I've ever been on. You've got to sing it with plenty of heart. Whenever I sing that line, I'm reminded of when my daughter Katie was only 6 years old, so going back a while now, and she and her friend Dylan, with whom she's still great friends with Dylan, they were having a play date. It's the first time they'd ever played together, and Anna, my wife, and Ty, Dylan's mum, sat together in the kitchen, and at various points during the afternoon, each of the children would come to her and just say, "This is the worst play date ever." And then they go off and play quite happily together, and then the other one goes, "This is the worst play date ever." Of course, 5-6 years later, they're still great mates. But when you sing that line, "This is the worst trip I've ever been on," I always think this is the worst play date ever. So let's sing together, everybody, and have the best time ever as we sing this fantastic piece. So join me, please, as we sing the Sloop John B in harmony. Take it away, Benz. 1, 2, 3.
We sailed on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me, around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B sail, see how the mainsail sets. Pipe up the captain aboard and let me go home. Let me go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. The first mate, he got drunk and broke in the captain's trunk. The constable had to come and take him away. Sheriff John Storm, why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home.
Nice and big.
So hoist up the John B sail and see how the mainsail sets. Pipe up the captain aboard and let me go home. Let me go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home.
Last verse.
The poor cook, he caught the fits and threw away all of my grits. And then he took and he ate up all of my corn. Let me go home. Why don't they let me go home? This is the worst playdate I've ever been on.
Everybody.
So hoist up the John B sail, see how the mainsail sets. Pipe up the captain aboard and let me go home. Let me go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home.
Thank you ever so much, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for your lovely comments. It's really great to be here, to be able to sing music with you and know that there are so many people out there enjoying it. So if you are enjoying what we're doing, please do give us a thumbs up. Turn that grey arrow blue, as Kit Kat quite rightly said. If you're not yet subscribed, why not? Just click the button, see what happens. Doesn't cost you anything and it really helps us. So look, I'll see you tomorrow, everybody, for our classical sing. We'll be doing some of the pieces we haven't yet done in harmony. So things like Fine Knacks for Ladies, as I said, the wonderful Donna Nobis Pacem. We might sneak Hasha Venu in there as well, in harmony, because we haven't heard it. So lots more fun to look forward to this week on Quarantine Choir. Of course, if you're a bass in the Self-Isolation Choir, I shall see you in about an hour. And if you're any of the other vocal parts and you want to come along and sit in on that, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, everybody have a great day. All the best, Albert, for your operation tomorrow. All the best, Ruth, for your appraisal. And everybody else who've got important things on today, well, we send our very best to all of you, and we'll see you soon. Take care, dear friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.